I don't know what shit you doing, Kanan.
No.
But I can tell it ain't good.
Turn around, kid.
And the feds, they got eyes on you, they got eyes on Kanan.
Can look all they want. Ain't got shit to see.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 4. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And man, last night's episode was crazy, man. I know we joked about Ronnie being the hood Michael Myers, but last night he said, you know what? I'm going to show you that I am the hood Michael Myers for real. And I ain't playing around. I mean, he was on a mission, trying to get some work, got pissed off with Dean. He didn't like that Dean went back and told Unique about what they, had going on earlier on in the episode. And he felt like he was snitching. So he decided to go ahead and take him out. And remember, Dean was supposed to be like this big bad character, especially back in season 1. I wanted to see more of his character and what he can bring to the table, but we didn't get to see that. Ronnie said, "You up out of here." And for a moment, it looked like he was going to take out the grandma too, but he said, "Nah, it's cool. She can't even hear anyway." But as I told you guys last night, when I saw Ronnie drinking that, can of sliced soda, and it kind of like zoomed in a little bit, I was like, oh yeah, I already know what time it is. He's about to end this episode slicing and dicing somebody. And since the conversation was about what Dean and him went through, I knew he was going to go and try to get payback on Dean by the end of the episode. But I guess it's safe to say that we officially smoking on that Dean pack, man. It's crazy. And speaking of crazy, that episode 5 trailer, it's about to go down, man. That mid-season finale is going to be crazy. I'm definitely not going to miss that. And I would not be surprised if another body gets dropped off. We're going to see. But Unique definitely has to, figure out what he's going to do about his brother, because that man is turning up each and every week, and it seems like things are getting worse. But let's hop right into it. A lot of different things happen in this episode. As I told you guys, if I miss anything, let me know down below. So what did we see in episode 4 titled In Sheep's Clothing? Well, the episode starts out with Kanan's boys slipping up already. Javon is getting chased by the boys. We already knew this was going to happen based off the official trailer. And he didn't get away, y'all. He thought he was Scrappy. Y'all remember Scrappy back in the earlier seasons? He was, getting chased by the boys, but he got away and he was on his feet. This dude, he on a vehicle and still get caught. And now Kanan needs Lulu to help him get out because he ain't got nobody else. So Lulu goes in and he's able to get the boy up out of there. But Lulu was like, man, Kanan, I don't know what you're about, but whatever you doing, it ain't good. And he's not liking it. But Kanan, he don't give a damn. He gonna do whatever he got to do to continue this operation. And he be damned if he lets this stop them from getting this money. But losing drivers is a bad thing. It's bad for business. And we know Paul, he ain't going for that, man. So y'all know he does mention that to Kanan later on in the episode. Now, Raq officially buys the Southside Plaza. Stewart has helped her get this business, and Stewart is also running his mouth to the boys. Raq saw him outside talking to law enforcement. She goes out there, and of course she's introduced to Officer Buckley and Officer Rowland. They're talking about Kanan. They're talking about if she needs any help, let them know. They're the first line of defense. I'm gonna tell you right now, Raq, she needs to watch herself. I don't trust these officers, but knowing Raq, she's very smart. She will find a way to use these guys as an advantage. She just has to make sure she does not slip up in the process. Now, we get to Snaps and Pop Henry. We know Ronnie goes there because he needs some money to start, his whole business as far as getting back into the game. Now, Pops, she is flirting with Ronnie, y'all. But it seems like Ronnie is not feeling her at all, man. This whole scene was funny as hell. We learned that Ronnie used to work with them back in the day, and he made them a lot of money. And they're telling him, like, look, Raq, she's out the game. We already know what time it is. He's surprised, like, man, so who's telling you, what's going on out in these streets? And they let him know, look, everybody comes to us for counsel, and they let us know exactly what's going on out there in those streets. And your boy, Snaps, he's like, look, you probably need to wait for your brother because he's a reasonable guy. Maybe his whole game plan to get this money is going to come. Just give it time. But we know Pops, she is telling him, like, look, you don't wait for nobody. You know how this game goes. You got to go out there and get it. So Snaps and Pops, they end up deciding to go ahead and give Ronnie some money so that way he can go out there and try to make more money as far as this whole investment. And what do y'all think about Ronnie letting them know about Unique clapping Raq's cheeks? I mean, it is what it is, but I'm pretty sure Unique would not like that. Just how he did not like, Ronnie going to Dean later on in the episode. But it seems like Snap and Pops, they was very interested in, Unique hooking up with Raq, especially your girl Pops. I mean, I told y'all, she a freak, and I would not be surprised if she tries to continue to flirt with Ronnie and trying to see if she can hook up with him. Now, we get to Gerald and your boy Marvin. He goes and check up on him, and we know by the end of that scene, the two end up agreeing to have their own one-on-one groups with each other, just checking up, making sure that they're good. Now, we learned that Gerald, he's like an entertainment, editor. He talks about culture and the arts and stuff like that. And Marvin was kind of surprised. Now, I do believe Marvin's going to use this as an advantage. I also believe it's going to be an issue with Gerald and Marvin down the line because of his work. He talks about like music, arts, and culture and stuff like that. I'm thinking that maybe he may talk about, the bar and what Lulu and Marvin and all of them got set up going there with the music and stuff. But I honestly can see the advantages and the disadvantages of Gerald's job and him having that connection with Marvin. You guys let me know down below how y'all see this whole thing playing out. Now, we get to P and she is pissed off at Unique, talking about, I know you messing around with somebody and all that. You just accusing him, which we know is true. And it's all because of who? Ronnie. And all this is doing is pissing Unique off. I just can't wait to see how she's going to react once she knows that it was Raq that he was hooking up with, because we know she does not like her at all. Now, Raq, she is watching Kanan's every move, trying to see where he is slipping up in his game plan, right? But we know she just misses her son, talking about, I just wanted to keep eyes up on you or whatever, checking up on you. Raq, she wants him back at home at all costs. And the sad thing is, she's willing to do whatever it takes to get him there. And, this is where she probably thinks about, okay, I got to plant that gun on him. This is going to be the perfect opportunity to get him to come back home. Now, we get to your boy, Ronnie. He has decided to go to Dean, trying to get some work just like the old days. But Dean ain't having it, y'all. He's like, hell nah, I'm not dealing with you or your brother. I'm not doing business at all on the south side. Like, I'm good. And Dean also tells him that, Unique, he was getting his work from the Colombians. So he gives up the location. This is how your boy Ronnie understands where to find Juliana and Joaquin later on in the episode. But Dean is telling him he's going to run him into the ground. He don't play that. You don't put your hands on me. I knew this whole thing was not going to end well. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was hoping Dean's character will last long, like we will see more of him. But it seems like they're trying to build up Ronnie's character, and that's who the focus is really on. So it is what it is. Now, we know Unique had another conversation with that new character, Quan, and it seems like business is not going well as of right now. Now, luckily, Quan was cool. He's like, look, I'll give you time. I'll wait it out or whatever. But in my opinion, I believe something major is going to happen within this whole storyline. I don't see this new thing with Unique doing business with him working out in the long run. And it's just a matter of time before they're going to lose their patience with him. So hopefully business starts to boom. Now, Jukebox gets the news that her audition went well, and now she's a part of the new group. And Nakia lets her know, look, we're not going to change you. You can beat Jukebox. You can be the tomboy who you are. And as of right now, it seems like things are going well, but we know later on in the episode, Nakia, she goes off on all the girls. Now, Paul, he is pissed off because he is losing drivers. They're not trying to really be doing this whole weed business. And he's like, look, man, I'm trying to make sure my business is good once you end up leaving. And Kanan is telling him, like, look, man, I'll pay you some extra money. You good. Don't worry about it. I'm going to tell you right now, this Paul character, he's going to be an issue. We already knew this since day one. And it's just a matter of time before this whole thing Kanan got going with him blows over. Now, Raq decides to pop back up on Famous's spot, lets him know, like, look, you're not going to say anything. I'm going to plant this gun in Kanan's bag, and I'm going to pay you once again. And Famous, he was shook, like, man, really? He could not believe it. But it goes to show you where his mentality is at. I mean, what do you think is going to happen once Kanan finds out the truth? He's going to be very upset with his moms, and of course, he's going to be pissed off at Famous. We already saw him smack him in the last episode. Well, once this gets out, he's probably going to do more to smack Famous this time around. Now, Kanan and Jukebox once again have a very good scene together, And it's kind of sad to see this play out the way it did, because we know the real story in the original Power, with Kanan taking out his own cousin. But he is telling her he's proud of her, he loves her, that he always knew she would make it and that she can change her life. And, that when they was little, he would always cry when she leaves because he always felt like that someone would take her from him. It's sad because we know Kanan was the one that took out his own cousin. But these two, they had a hell of a bond, man, especially when it was growing up. It's just sad to see how everything played out. But also in the episode, we saw Jukebox once again in her head, mentally trying to go back and forth on this whole military thing. Do you guys believe that's what she's going to do? Well, we know she's going to be an officer of the law, but we also know that this music thing most likely is not going to play out in the long run, and something major is going to happen down the line. Now we get to Shirley, Marvin, and Lulu. Now Shirley is talking about how she wants somebody else to, take over once she leaves the business in about 2 years, and she would love that these two were the ones that was going to do it. Two young cats or whatever. Lulu and Marvin are talking about investments. Lulu was talking about, making the studio in the back and how they can basically build up this bar, right? And it seems like everything is going to go well. They agree on the terms. And we know later on in the episode, Marvin, he was talking about, running some work in there, y'all. He wants to do some illegal activity up in there. But Lulu tells him, hell nah. He don't want any of that dirty work up in this bar at all. He wants it all clean. This is why he had or has a bad relationship with the sister right now. He wants to step away from that lifestyle. But we know Lulu most likely is not going to be able to do that. It's always going to be something that's going to drag him back into the game. And seeing how his sister is still breathing, what you think she gonna do? Somebody is gonna slip up down the line. Then we get the crazy ass Ronnie. He pops up on Juliana and Joaquin, trying to do some work with them, y'all, trying to do business. And Joaquin, he's smart because he's like, hell nah, I don't know you at all. I know he was talking about how if Unique is a problem, it's always solutions to problems. And once he brought up that, we already know Juliana's eyebrows raised, y'all. She was happy as hell. She's like, okay, maybe I can use you, because we know the reason why she did what she did to Raq was because of who? Unique. She did not like what Unique did to her last season, and then he kept popping up in the store. She felt disrespected. She felt like that was a weak move for Raq, allowing him to do that. So all this is really about Unique when it's all said and done. And I'm going to tell you right now, Juliana, be careful what you ask for. I know she didn't ask, but you can tell by her body language that she's thinking about this, y'all. How do you see this playing out? We're going to find out if her eagerness to get back at Unique and Raq is going to, play in a negative way for her, or will this whole situation be a positive for her? We shall see. Now we get to Raq and Unique, and this is going to be it, y'all. At least that's what they're saying. Raq, she's like, look, my son is about to come back. She has all these different reasons on why they can't mess around or whatever. We know Raq, she just talking. She does want her son back, but we know the way she's going to do it is going to be completely messed up. But Unique, he ain't sweating it. He's like, okay, it is what it is. I knew it wasn't going to be nothing major anyway. But how about I clap those cheeks one last time? And that's exactly what he did. And hell, I don't blame Unique. You got to go ahead and take advantage of these opportunities while you got them. Now we get to your boy Kanan. He's at school and he gets caught slipping. He has the gun that Raq planted on him, and now he is being hemmed up by the boys. Now, of course, Raq, she comes in there because this is all a part of her game plan. And luckily, they pretty much told them that they're not going to really press the charges because law enforcement does not want to do that. And that's because of who? Detective Howard. So once again, he's looked out for his son. But Raq already knew this would happen. But they did say they're going to continue to investigate this to make sure everything is good. And they're going to do certain checkups to make sure that, the household is good. Because if anything does not go the right way, Raq, she can get in trouble as well. So she is doing whatever she got to do to make sure Kanan comes back home, which right now, that's what he has to do to make sure everything goes right at school and nothing else major happens. But y'all know Kanan, he was like, man, that's not my gun. Somebody planted that on me. And y'all know deep down inside, he's probably thinking like, man, I would not be surprised if Raq did it. She was the one that did all these other things that she said she did not do. And Kanan has always found out the truth. But what's going to happen when he 100% finds out what she is really on? Y'all saw him at the end of the episode peeping and timing outside the window when Detective Howard and her were having that conversation. And we know right before that, Kanan was very upset that he even had to come back or come there to that house in the first place. But Raq, she don't give a damn. She's like, look, I'm tired of being lonely. I need my family back. But as I told you guys, it's a little bit too late for that. And speaking of that conversation that she had with Detective Howard, he told her, look, I'm tired of looking out. It's going to be your turn to handle all of this by yourself because I'm not doing it anymore. So it seems like all the crap that she is doing, he getting tired of it as well. And Raq, all this stuff she is doing most likely is going to backfire on her if she continues to do it. Now we get back to Jukebox and her new group. And Nakia, she ain't playing around. She tells them like, look, the new group name is Butter. And that's what it's going to be, whether you like it or not. We know Crystal, she had some thoughts about that, but Nakia didn't give a damn. She lets them know, like, look, I'm basically God. Y'all do what I tell y'all to do. I mean, it's whether you get down or lay down. I mean, she's not playing around at all. This aggressive Joe Jackson, Ike Turner type of attitude may backfire on her, but I definitely cannot wait to see this group, perform. We know Crystal most likely is going to be an issue for them, but it seemed like Jukebox and Aisha, it seemed like they're going to be having, a good time as far as this whole group. Y'all let me know how y'all see it all playing out down below. Now, we get to Ronnie and Unique. And we know Unique is very upset because he's heard the news about what Ronnie has done with Dean, trying to get some work because Dean told Unique exactly what went down. And Ronnie, he is denying it, y'all. I mean, he's like, look, Dean who? Then he says, look, I haven't seen him in all these years and all that stuff. But Unique, he ain't going for it. Tells him, look, you ain't nothing or whatever. And we know Ronnie did not like that. He was very upset. Drinking this, can of sliced soda and thinking about how he's going to slice and dice Dean up. I mean, the look that he gave once Unique told him that he wasn't nothing let me know what time it was. Demon time Ronnie is here, y'all. I mean, that's exactly what he gave us. The hood Michael Myers has to show up. We saw Dean at the end of the episode helping out his grandma with her hearing aids and all that stuff. But we know, we can feel it in our soul that he's there. Look at him. People under the stairs, aka I am OJ Simpson because I got the gloves on. This dude was not playing around. Once I saw that, I said, okay, now it's about to get real messy up in here. And look at Dean. He's looking very helpless, looking shook. And we know Ronnie tells him, look, he wasn't feeling, him running his mouth. He don't like that. So he eliminated the threat, got him up out of here. And look at him. For a second, he thought about taking out grandma. He's in the back, in the cut, thinking about, should I catch another body? But he said, you know what? I ain't gonna do that. She can't hear anyway, so I'm gonna get up out of here. It's time to get back to it. But why is he standing like that? That boy got a weird stand. I mean, oh, where is Waldo looking ass boy? But Ronnie, season 3 is his right now. He is the new character. They talked about him back in season 1. Unique did when he had a conversation with Raq and how, Ronnie used to run things. But now we're seeing the new threat, and it is Ronnie. The question is somebody going to stop him? Because from the looks of it, it does not seem like that's going to be the case. I know we joked about Ronnie being the hood Michael Myers and all that stuff. Well, he is living up to that name. He is saying, you know what? Yes, I am. I am the hood Michael Myers, and I am just getting started. So what's next for Ronnie? Will Unique be able to stop him? Will somebody else come into play? Will more bodies get dropped off? Well, I guess we gotta wait and find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Nah, but your boy Unique, he got a lot on his plate, y'all. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's gonna be a crazy episode 5. If y'all saw that trailer, you already know it's about to go down. I can't wait to see it. It's a mid-season finale. As I told you guys in the past, what's gonna happen when Raq finds out about Ronnie and her son, her baby boy Kanan, working together? Man, she gonna be upset, very pissed off. The crazy thing is, she probably doesn't even know half the stuff Ronnie has been on thus far this season. But once she finds out, she may just be shaking in her boots. But then again, we're talking about Raq, the devil herself, who's willing to basically set her son up for failure in order to get him back to the house. I mean, this girl is crazy. I mean, y'all heard Detective Howard. He told her the feds is watching. Everybody's watching. You got to make sure you don't slip up. But it seems like Raq don't give a damn, talking about they ain't gonna find nothing. Well, we gonna see. We gonna see soon enough. Now, we'll be breaking down that trailer for episode 5 over the weekend. So I want you guys to stay tuned for that. But as I told you guys last night, watch yourself. Watch your back. Look out the windows. Lock the door. Because we got a crazy ass person on the loose, y'all. His name is Ronnie. And if you slip up, you could be the next victim. but we gonna see soon enough what he's gonna be on. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.